Hello everybody, welcome back to African, or Zoo African, as I like to call my African zoo here now. And welcome back to Planet Zoo in franchise mode. And this is Selma. Selma is a very special ostrich, and that is because she's expecting offspring already. Like, they haven't even been here a few months, and she's already expecting some, well, little ostriches. And this is pretty cool idea, or a pretty cool thing actually, because we can then, well, sell them, and that is what we actually want to do. We want to get those conservation credits out of that, and that is exactly why this is so fantastic, such a fantastic news. We have to, of course, keep that in oh, it's already there. That was quick. I don't even try to pronounce that name there. But we already have someone, and it's also a really high animal appeal rating here. So actually, in this case, I'm just going to keep her now. It's a female there one, juvenile, very young, very good. So I don't need to buy ostriches anymore, since, well, they just, as you can see, produce quite a few more of them quite fast. So that is a cool thing, and that also of course enhances my zoo, the experience for my people there, or my guests, to see some baby ostriches. Very good. Now the zoo is rather small at the moment. We want to enlarge in that, and we also need to check our finances there again and again, because at the moment we do have a problem. It's going down, as you can see. So there are two ways how we can counter that with, well, more guests and more animals, and with a credit. And I don't want to go for credit right now, so let's go for some animal trading in this case. What new animals might we find in here? Let's see. Let's deactivate the filter for the price, and as you can see, we get some great flamingos here, some gold ones. So they're costing a lot though. I don't want that at the moment. Let's deactivate the flamingo, and let's see what else we get here from cash. In this case, perhaps some smaller animals as well, because we can't afford some more expensive habitats so far. This looks quite interesting, but they all cost me some conservation credits. There is something for cash. A buffalo, well, a buffalo is a bit too big, I think. Tortoise, there we have them. Giant one, no, relatively young, I should say, with 42 years, but they're both male. I don't want to have only males, that's a problem there. So we need to refresh that. And we have the bison and the black bear, Nile monitor. We need to wait a bit there before we get some new animals there. It doesn't matter. What we can do in the meantime is improve the experience for our guests here. And that is with speakers. There are these educational speakers. We need to have them close to donation boxes. So this is where my guests are actually landing then, and they're listening to that while watching the animals. And, well, of course, also pay us something here. So we want to have those speakers there. They're very important for the guest rating. And the higher the guest rating, the more guests you get. And the more they pay for you. And more donate, I should say. Perfect. So they are close to donation boxes. Wherever they are. And wherever those people are watching that. And do I need to do something here with them? Do I need to click on something there? Yes, in this case for the warthog. Very good. Quite a lot of those speakers there everywhere. And here we have it for the flamingos. Perfect. Perfect. Now we have that. So let's have a look at the new animals there. Okay, so we got a flamingo again. It was on the market. Just really quick, I bought it. And we got two peafowls now and timber wolves. And again, female and male. And of course, you also always have to check the genetics and breeding, that the fertility gene is there. And that it is at least above 50%, so that we get some smaller baby animals there. That's the thing that we want. Okay, so the flamingo there, and we want to have the next flamingo there, because as we remember, the social group is too small for those flamingos here, so they don't feel so well, because the social group is too few adults here and juveniles in this group. So I need to put more animals in there, and each and every animal has different needs in this case. So those warthogs here are quite happy, just the 2 of them. So the social group is perfectly fine. And I think it is the same for my ostriches that I can't see at this point. There they are, both are sleeping right now. And the social group, yeah, 100% they're fulfilled as well. So no problem so far. But we got 2 more animal types now coming in. We need more money. So Peafowl and the timber wolves. And again, we need to check the superior, in this case, how big the habitat should be for them. So in this case, land requirement is pretty high, 1,100 square meters. And this means that we need to have a bigger one than the last one. If we check this one here and we check it, it's 1,400. Oh, it's actually, yeah, almost the same size. So not that bad. Let's start. Let's have the walls first again. I do like the wooden walls quite a bit. So we're going to stay with them for now. And yeah, we're going to have, again, some wooden walls over here then for those timber wolves. And let's just hope that it's not too big for them. And, well, if it's bigger, we can have more animals in there, of course, which is also a good thing then. More animals means more guests as well, so can't have too many animals in there. So that's another one, perfect. And here on this side, we're going to have the next one for the peafowls, which of course also will need quite some space there. And in this case, let's shut it off here, because what I also want to have here, of course, is, well, another habitat here then for some smaller animal type then. Let's just hope that this is big enough for the peafowl. Let's have a look there. So where do we have it? The peafowl, Indian peafowl. And Supedia says, what? Supedia 300 square meters. So that's really small actually. I think this is already pretty big there in comparison. So we shouldn't worry about that. And then we have another habitat here then, where we can already build the woodlogs or the wall for that. It's good to build it first, because then we know how big it is, the size of it. In this case, that's it. So that's another one here. And there we have some free space for some ornaments then once again. And yeah, we need the habitat gate here. And here's another one. Barely working, it seems. Let's get rid of that one here, because what we actually need to do here is we need to leave a corridor open here for that. Perfect. So now we can have one here and one here. And then we just need for the paths, once again, the staff path here, which is then going kind of through that area here, which is not quite working out. And I wonder why, because there is space. Okay, that's a bit strange here. Why this is not working? It should be working because there's no obstruction here. But it's not working. So let's get rid of that. That one here again. And of that one here as well. And let's make this habitat a bit smaller then. This should now work. And the peafowls don't need that much space anyway. So that's perfectly fine. Now it's working. Perfect. And what we also need is another habitat gate. Then here. Perfect. Now we got a connection there. So only here we do need for the paths there once again. It's a bit tricky to learn those systems there. Not that easy from the beginning. And then we have the gate. Yeah, first of all we need to have the wall here closed off again. And then we can have the gate. Perfect. And now I just have the path going over there. Perfect. Now that's finished finally. And we shouldn't forget to also, as usual, since this is also a management simulation obviously, also have the working zone. In this case that they actually include those habitats here. That's working zone 1. It's a big one. And I hope it's enough. So we probably will want to have, in this case, yes, let's also have another keeper for my animals. Otherwise, probably they won't get enough food. Now we have that. Let's transport those animals in there. Let's start with the Peafowls and the smaller one. That's the first one. And that's the second one. Perfect. Now we can unpause the game again. And while those animals are being transported there, let's also have some donation boxes here again. And some glass windows. Glass walls, I should say. Perfect. Then some donation boxes. One here. Actually 4 here. Some educational speakers. So you need to repeat those things with every habitat that you build, because there is no kind of like blueprint that you could have here. Then we have the educational stand. Let's have one there. Perfect. Now the flamingo has also been delivered, so they should be really happy in their habitat now there. Yeah, better now. And the social group, oh, nope, 35%, so we still need to raise that. We still need one more, or even 2 more, I'd say. 2 more flamingos. Yeah. Once we have them, once I find them on the market. And there we have now our peafowl. And let's pause the game, because once again we need to see what it needs. It doesn't need water, that's good. But it does need a bit of, well, short grass. Actually a lot of short grass. And not so much of the long grass stuff. So let's just have short grass every... Oh, that's too much. Perfect. Now let's have it like that. Perfect. Now they're happy. And environment-wide, grasslands again. So we have like the grassland theme in here then. I do like that though. Grasslands, and I absolutely adore this tree here. So I think we're just going for another one, because they look so cool. And yeah, theoretically I would need to find them before I can place them. There it is. Over there. Oh, there are smaller ones too. Oh, that's a huge one though. We need to look out for the coverage though. I think those trees need a lot of space. So we're going to have one here in the center. And look at that, it's already at 20%. So there's not much room left of what we could do here in this case. We could have some stones here around this tree. And perhaps then even some grass. Perhaps we have some room for more grass. That would be amazing to have something there. Let's see. Hopefully that's not too much then. No, that's way too tall. We should need something smaller here. Those nettle bushes. They don't actually take that much coverage. Perfect. That's not so bad then. And we also need the shelter. In this case, we have now the peafowl in this case. So let's also put the filter on it. And there it is. They need the wooden shelters once again. Perfect. And let's have 2 of them again. So one over here. And one here, close to the tree. And then they also want... Oh, they need a heater, it seems. No, a cooler, because it's too hot in here for them, obviously. But let's have the bedding first. And also over here, where they can sleep. And then also something to drink. And also something to eat. So let's find out if it's too hot in here. That is looking good now. Terrain is looking good. Hot shelter is coming up then soon. Too few adults, that's fine. But it seems like the habitat is fine. So temperature is fine for them so far. Nothing to object here. So we just need to wait now for the other one to arrive, the other animal there. Or did I already deliver both of them? Nope, I didn't. Now there's the second one coming. Perfect. And we can also start with the wolves already. So let's get the wolves to that free habitat over here. And the second one there too. Perfect. They're being transported over there now too. And now we have the second Peafowl in here. So social group, it's still too few of them. Otherwise, oh, it's injured, this one here. Otherwise, it's good. You know, everything above 60% is fine for me at the beginning because the enrichment drags it down so much. We have the injured one, serious injured though. So we do need a vet at this point, which of course will have quite a strain there on our finances, but it can't be changed. There's the vet now. And in this case, I think we need a quarantine zone as well, which we're going to build. And I don't think that I can afford a quarantine zone at this point. We have the train, workshop, staff building there. Okay, so what I need now is actually, I think, something for animals to be treated. I think it's the veterinary surgery there. Yeah, 5,000 though. I can't afford that at the moment. And I will also need a bit of space there. So I think we might actually reduce the space of one of them here, of those habitats then. Alright, the timber wolf has arrived. And again, for the timber wolf, the terrain is very bad. It needs a lot of short grass. So it's again African species here. It actually also wants some snow. Is that right? No, nothing goes up then. But that's important here. Some grass, some soil on this side here then. Okay, but the long grass is too much. Some rocks here. That's looking good. We had a lot of long grass in here then. I guess it's really high and it's not really going down. Let's have everything full of rocks at this point. Okay, so that's that. And now we can have some short grass again to reduce the amount of rocks. Okay, looking good. Now the terrain is looking good. And here once again, oh no, for this, in this case here for the timber wolf, we actually want to have something, yeah, northern way, but I don't like that so far. So let's get rid of the timber wolf here once again. We can move him, of course. We can move him back to the trade center in this case, because I want to keep this here, the grassland so far. Okay, so it's being delivered back again. Now we have the vet here, as you can see, and it's inspecting the animal now, boxing it up, picking it up, and where is it going with it now? Oh, waiting for a vet surgery in this case. Okay, so that's really something I need to have at this point. So let's have it. No way of actually delaying that. And since we are going to expand here anyway, we can just continue with another staff path. In this case, just here then. Going into that area here, since we're going to have, well, more things here then anyway. And here we're going to have the vet surgery, which is going to bring me close to ruin, financial ruin. Okay, that's it. It's there now, and it should be running then to the vet surgery. There it is, perfect. Running over there and treating my poor peafowl. That's that. Working now. We have nighttime again. And I think we still don't have any lights so far. Security cameras. But I don't want security cameras. Low on cash. Thank you for the notion. Okay, there's the second one. Social group is getting better there again a bit. Otherwise, yep, they're pretty happy so far. So I need even more flamingos at this point and peafowls. So then I will have to use, again, the animal market there. And Zoo African. There's another timber wolf over there. Still running around there aimlessly. Let's get it back to my trading center. And we'll find something else here then for the grasslands. And oh, a VIP guest is going to arrive. That's actually not a player. I'm going to say hello to him. And I actually get 20 conservation points for that. Very good. Because he's visiting my zoo. We're going to have a look at the online components later. Okay, so there's still the merchandise shop. I want to see if it's actually doing anything. So far, we have some prices here. Nope, it's actually doing very badly in this case. It costs money. So we definitely need to move it away from there over here, I'd say. Is there actually, I mean, there is someone selling as far as I can see, but it's not doing anything. So there's no one here, you know, no one goes there. So I think we actually do need someone here, even though I think this is a visual bug then. Because it's impossible, there's no one going to my merchandise. People want to buy crap and I want to sell it to them. And in this case, we got the first baby here still. It's actually a very high appeal rating there. That's pretty cool. So my people or my guests actually pay more for that. Look at that donation box here, 1,700. And I'm actually making some money there, 4,400. It goes up. So it's not as bad as it seemed at first. No, not that many guests here at the moment though. So let's have a look what new animals we could buy. Because we want to go for, yeah, grassland, definitely. Okay, once again I browsed the animal market, which is really slow and bugged out at the moment. I think it's due to release date, but I've got a few more animals here. So some flamingos, very important, because my flamingos feel quite lonely over there. And I've got 2 males for them, so hopefully there's a bit of fun involved in that flamingo habitat over there. Also, I got another peafowl, because my peafowls also feel a bit, well, lonely, so let's not have that anymore. And then I've got some antelopes. So I've got 4 of them actually, and only 1 male. It was the only male that I could find with 10 minutes of browsing. And they are all female, but at least we got 2 with our high appeal rating. So a gold one here, pretty good. So hopefully that male is, well, diligent, if you know what I mean there. And let's move them to the habitat over there. And I actually don't know how many of them want to be in there, but we'll find out soon. So right now, they should be transported over there. Then what is actually going on with my sick animal? We have one over here in the veterinary surgery, and I think it has been cured, right? I hope it has been cured, so that would be a good thing. And we've also got actually our guest numbers over 300. That is a reward there, so $1,000. We definitely do need that. And we also had a profit of 2,000 last year. So let's also claim that. So that's pretty good. We didn't need to get a credit so far. I like that. I always like it when my plan unfolds. And here we have the antelope now. Let's see. Welfare is... Oh, social group is actually already pretty good. I hope it's not going down now with more animals coming in here. There is another one. And there's the peafowl coming in now, which hopefully should be feeling quite dandy in here then. Right, social group is going up now. It's balanced at this point. That's good to see. And there's a third one now. It's still looking good for the social group, so they're feeling fine. So what we need to do here now is, of course, once again, the terrain, the short grass, stuff like that. Still, we had the wolves in there, remember? And I can't have wolves in here, of course. So that's something I need to do. It's actually pretty green already. And grassland here, once again, my favorite so far. At least in the middle here, we want to have grassland. And here we can have a few trees. They actually do want a few more trees there. So let's increase the coverage, not palm trees. I don't like that so much. But those, yeah, I like them. I mean, I love the big ones there, but I also like them here. So that's fine. Let's have one here. Let's have 2 of them here in the middle. And then a few here on the outside. And also one here going over to the pathway there, so it gives a bit of shadow there to my people, a bit of shade when it's too warm during the noon sun. And that's already pretty good. And let's see what else they want. Of course, welfare is looking pretty good so far. The antelopes, let's see. Antelopes. We have it over here, the facility for the antelopes. Oh, actually, we do need the habitat, right? Yeah. There we have it. There we have the sable antelope down here. Perfect. So they need actually the standard one or the wooden shelter. Let's go with the standard one. We haven't built that yet. Makes sense over here. Actually, we have it over there. And also some bedding. And of course, if they're feeling like they want to have some sleep in front of my people, we can also have some bedding here between those trees there. I think this is looking good. We can actually also have that over here. So around those trees, we can have some bedding. So the animals can sleep around them if they want to, of course, if they feel like it. My guests will be probably pretty happy about that. We also want to have large food tray here. And then also something to drink, a water pipe close to the habitat, to the shelter. Very good. And then again, those habitats look a bit bare bone at the moment, but again, don't worry. You know, I really just want to start to build my base here with financial income and stuff like that. And this is just taking a bit of time in the franchise mode. Here, what we definitely do need though is some glass walls. Perfect. And also, of course, some donation boxes once again. And some educational speakers close to those donation boxes. And my guests are really happy because I think education is also pretty high. Actually, it's the lowest one, education. So we have to look out for that. Why that's the case, I don't know. We'll need to figure it out. Let's also have a wall here. And an information board over here. Whoops. Yeah, it's actually in the middle. Yeah. Okay, this is not working out that easily. Let's just get it again. And yeah. So it's in the middle between those educational speakers then. That's something. And let's also have them online now. Those things there. And I really do like the music in the background. Very relaxing. Very cozy. Perfect. Let's have a look at that welfare. 63 is looking good. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 habitats. A sixth one would be open here, which we can use. Here we got the Peafowl. And of course, did I use them already? Nope, I did not. Also very good. Close to the donation boxes to get some additional money in there. That's that. Over here, they should be active already. Perfect. No problem there anymore. And, oh, another VIP guest. Let's have a look at that and say hello. Getting some credits there again if I do that. And more guests are coming in now. We are coming close to 400. Do we have a new quest perhaps coming in here? No, still adopt 2 different exhibit species. Yeah, that's something for later. I'm going to explain that at some point. We don't want to have that so far. We do have an inspector here at the moment. So he's kind of like looking at the habitats and seeing how good they are, you know, rating them. We got some 3 stars here. So, oh, one of the animals is dehydrated here. In habitat number 2. We should have a look at that. I think it's the, yeah, my flamingos here. I don't know why it's dehydrated because we got 2 of those water spent. So that shouldn't be a problem. And it's still too few adults here for my flamingos. We still need more of them. Holy moly, look at that. We got 5 in here already. And they still feel too lonely for that. Alrighty, can't change that. And right, also, always when we expand, I always have to look out for my work zone there. Because without the work zone, my staff simply won't go there. And yeah, this one here still belongs to it, kind of. But everything in here is now in the work zone. And then we just put them to work zone 1 here, all my people. Except for the vendors, of course. Otherwise, the vendors will not be working in there. Very good. So that's that. And right, looking good so far. We're still making some money here, some decent money. We're not bankrupt yet. Actually, I was expecting it since in the beta it was quite hard. And in this case, we still have one more habitat. And then we can expand over here and of course also get some research going on finally, and also have a look at the online features while this one is growing. Not looking that great yet, but don't worry, we're getting there. Stay tuned.